Pete Biscuit! It's Jimmy from Boston.
I got on a Delta flight coming home last week.
Oh, yeah.
I got a good one. The guy sitting behind me, all right? Here we go. We get on my Delta flight, and sitting down. Listen, this just is what it is. I'm kumbaya. I love all people, but happened to be an Indian guy with a turban on his head, right? About my age, kind of a hip dude, but he went to put some in the overhead. I am not kidding you, bro. The underarm, the body odor, I'm not kidding. I almost puked. I went, I gagged. I look at the dude next to me. He's already got his hand in his face, trying to smell the palm of his hand, which he probably had rubbing down the railings of every escalator. He'd still rather lick his palm than smell, right? It's so bad. So I look at the dude next to me, right? And then the Indian guy gets in, he sits behind us, and it's just, it's the strongest body odor I've ever smelled in my entire life.
That's right, it stinks!
Now, if I'm not mistaken, they don't use, in certain religions, right, Indian religions, they don't use underarm. I wish we had Lou. I feel like I'm flying blind, you know?
Here I come to save the day!
Yes, some cultures, not religions, want to stay natural and don't use deodorant. The Amish usually don't wear any. Some Indian cultures, and Matthew McConaughey.
I think that's the case, but so nevertheless, they're still boarding the plane, so I get up and I go to the back, to the flight attendant in the back. And nice young lady, and I really discreetly, I go to her. She goes to step out of the way, and I go, no, can I talk to you at the end of the aisle? And she goes, yeah, sure. We go down there, and I go, listen, I'm not trying to embarrass anybody, and I don't want to make waves, but the guy sitting behind me, the body odor is so devastating. I can't stay there. You have to move me. I go, I'll sit anywhere. You know? And she goes, oh, really? And I go, and she goes, well, it's kind of a full flight. And I go, listen, I'll take the wing. I'll go on the wing. You got to smell this. And she giggles with me. And she goes, all right, well, we're going to have to wait till the plane's full, and then I'll see what I can do. And I go, okay. And then I look back, and everybody's just boarding the plane, so I can't go forward until everyone's on anyway. And I said to her, I'm just going to stay here because I can't even go down there. So everyone's on, and I go to sit back down. And you know when you're doing that thing when you're trying to smell it, you're like, is it there? Is it there? You know? And like, I'm smelling taints of it, just like light taints. And I'm realizing that it only comes out when the dude moves, you know? When he stops moving, it fucking settles down like a dust or something. And I turn to the dude next to me, and I'm like, is it bad? And he goes, and he takes his headphones on. He's like, it's coming and going, you know? And I'm like, yeah, it's like, I can't decide if I'm smelling it or if it's just embedded, you know what I mean? So then I settle down, and the plane is really packed. And I'm like, all right, I think I'm just stuck here. If I lean forward, I think I'll be okay. And then she comes over, and she goes, I think I have one. She goes, I have one seat. It's two up, but it's inside. It's a window seat. And I lean over to her. I go, I make the gesture like when you keep your arms in. And I go, he's got them like that. As long as he keeps them in, we should be good. And she goes, and you could tell she's embarrassed because like she shouldn't be this going in detail with me. So she goes, okay, and she walks away. And then it was okay for a while, and I'm not kidding you, at one point, he puts up his arm to ring the call bell, the Indian guy does. And then the lady comes over, and he goes, can I get up right now to use the bathroom? And she goes, well, it's recommended that you don't, but you can. And he goes, okay, I'm gonna. As soon as he said that, 5 people all around him, everyone just put their hand to their mouth. They pulling out handkerchiefs. He's on the move again. He's on the fucking move. Holy shit. And this was the hard part about it, too. Because you could tell the few times I hear him talk, he seemed like a real nice fella, you know? And he was like kind of hip, like without the, the thing on his head. I'm so sorry, I can't remember. Lou, where are you when we need you, Lou?
Here I come to save the day.
Pete's trying to say turban.
But without that, you would think the guy lived in Brooklyn. I'm serious. So you just wonder, like, doesn't it ever reach a point where just someone close to him is just like, dude, man, I mean, you're probably losing work. Financially, your life would be a lot better. I mean, everyone's being polite, but this shit is devastating. Can you ever say something, bro?
The people around them smell just as bad. No?
Well, at one point, the guy sitting next to him was a Japanese guy, and I could tell, I saw him leaning toward the aisle, but then by the end of the flight, he was chatting away with the guy, and I'm like, dude, the minute you talk to the Indian guy will never think that he smells. We need to do a complete shutdown on communication with him so he has to reevaluate while nobody says hi to him or anything, ever. Don't you think?
You don't think he knows?
I don't think he knows because people start being nice to him and where you from, and he's like, oh, I'm here, well, enjoy Buffalo. Enjoy Buffalo? You should be looking at the guy with one nostril up and like a little growl, like, so he'd be like, what's up with that? And then he'd go home and go to his friend, man, everyone looks at me weird, and his friend go, honestly, I'll tell you why, Sabid, you fucking stink. That's an edit. God damn, I knew I'd take that shit too far.
Great. Oh, that's funny.
But it's true, bro. Don't, like I've said to guys at work, do I have bad breath? I'm like, because we're working in a small room, and they'll go, oh, no, man, no, but I could tell they're thrown now and ask. But, like, I want to know, man, don't you? That kind of stuff?
Definitely. I would definitely want to know if I smelled and I was clearing out an airplane. I mean, it's...
You think he knows?
Well,
You've been around that. You've been around
here's the
that.
question. Has that always been his stench, or did he grow into that?
Yeah, I agree. I think that was right out of the gate. I don't think that guy's ever been down the deodorant aisle of a CVS in his entire life.
Oh, God.
I know, but doesn't he know that, like, people like that Underarm is a multi-billion-dollar industry? Like, at some point, don't you think you go, maybe I should hop on board with that thing?
Yeah, I don't know what the mindset is.
I don't either. That's exactly it.
I think it might be in the food.
What do you mean? The food makes them? So you think you're all right, guy? You're going down another level here now. Yeah, it's spicy. So it's coming out of the pores. You're saying maybe this guy, for all I know, he is wearing Sure deodorant, and it's just a pore thing.
Yeah, maybe it's coming out of his chest. You know? I mean,
God. I knew a guy in college. I played hoops with him. After he put Underarm on both of his arms, he'd do a big X across his chest with the shit every day. I thought that was barbaric, and he wasn't even Indian. He had no hair on his chest, so it made it easier, but it was an X, man. Boom.
barbaric. Oh, God.
Oh, man, so that was that. That was rough, though.
The show has ended.